Apple products I regret buying. Let's talk about them. First, I completely regret buying the AirPods Max. Yes, I don't think that I've spent my money well when purchased the AirPods Max. I think that these are not worth the money. Again, they cost $600. You hear me right, $600 for a pair of AirPods. Simply, they let you listen to music and that's it. But here's the thing, they cost $600 and for like 4 years, they had only the Lightning port, they did not have any type of lossless support, and they were very exclusive to the Apple ecosystem. So they are a very, very good pair of over-the-ear AirPods. Yeah, they are. And they have some cool features, like the magnetic cups, or the customization that you can use, the comfort in your head. I've done several reviews of these AirPods, and they are not a bad product, but they are too expensive for what they are. And so, paying $600 for a pair of AirPods, it's ridiculous. Again, they are made of aluminum, and the premium materials on these AirPods almost justify the price. But they are completely ridiculous. $600 for a pair of AirPods where you can get like the AirPods Pro, which are 1/3 of the price, and they are much, much better. And another thing that you need to focus on, and the fact is that they are worse now than the most current AirPods. So now you have the new H2 chip, I think. They only have the H1, so they have a previous generation chip. Now you have the USB-C version, that has USB-C and supports lossless, but it fixes only some issues, does not fix all of them. But the biggest factor for me to say that I regret purchasing the AirPods Max is definitely the price tag. $600, they're not worth it. For the amount of times that I can use these AirPods, airplanes, trains, which is like once, twice per year, then I would say they are not worth it because they are too expensive. Again, I use my AirPods Pro every single day and they cost $250. So they are much cheaper and I give them a lot more use cases. So again, buying a pair of AirPods Max in 2025, I don't think it's a great option, and I think they are too expensive for what they are. If you don't really care about value, if you don't really care about price, then get them. But if you do care about spending well your money, don't buy the AirPods Max. I regret buying them, and I don't think you should either. As for the next Apple product I regret buying is the Apple Watch Ultra. Yes, I regret buying the Apple Watch Ultra, not because it's not a great product, no, but again, because of the price tag, just like the AirPods Max, which were an actually very, very good product, but they were too expensive. The Apple Watch Ultra follows the same lines. Again, I'm into mechanical watches, and I've talked about that before. I own a Tissot PRX, I own a Seiko, and they are both incredible watches. This one costed me around $700, $800. The Seiko, I think it was around $400. And both watches are beautiful. They serve a purpose in my lifestyle, and I love them. I just simply love to look them, to use them, to wear them, and they are beautiful to use. They are dressy watches, and so they serve a purpose in my life. They tell the time, just like every other watch, and every watch tells the time. So every watch does about the same thing. The Apple Watch is something different. The Apple Watch promises to do more. And it does. It's a health tracker, it's a step counter, it's a notification machine, and it's a computer on your wrist. Here's the thing, I don't think I want that. I don't think I want a computer in my wrist. And for a long time, I did use an Apple Watch. For like 5 years straight, I used the Apple Watch. But now, I'm older, and I think, was it a smart choice? I don't think so. I think that buying a smartwatch is not a bad thing. I think I love to use smartwatches, but the thing was a smart choice buying the Apple Watch Ultra? No, I don't think it was. I think that for the things that I need, the smartwatch, which is usually the thing that I use for, is weight training or workout tracking, I think that the normal Apple Watch Series 8, Series 9 would serve me right, or even the Series 10 would serve me right. So I would spend $400 once every 4 years, and I will have a workout tracker that works really, really well, has all the new features, and it has a very, very premium design. Aluminum frames, that's fine. Not having the sapphire crystal material, that would be worse, but still, paying $1,000, that's the price of the Apple Watch Ultra in my country, it's too expensive and I don't think it's worth it. I've used mine, I think since 2022, since it first came out, and I gotta say it was not a bad product. I actually love to use it, but still, $1,000, too expensive for a watch that has become obsolete. Well, if I've spent $1,000 on a watch like this, a mechanical watch, for example, an Hamilton, I would have still the same watch, same beautiful watch to look at, with about the same value, and again, I would value that much more because I simply love and I collect these things. While the Apple Watch is not timeless, these ones are, and these are cheaper and more beautiful to look at. So I think I regret buying the Apple Watch Ultra. I don't think, I'm pretty much sure. I think if I was going to look back and do it again, I would buy the normal Apple Watch Series 7, Series 8, and then use that to workout track. Whenever I go work out, I use it to track my workouts, to track my times, to use the stopwatch, whatever. But now that I need, or whenever I want to go out, use something fancier, I'll use my mechanical watches. Instead of spending $1,000 on an Apple Watch Ultra that is only a notification machine and a workout tracker, I would save money and buy a cheaper Apple Watch, or even don't buy any of it. But let me not mislead what you think, guys. I think this is a very hot topic. I think that most people will say that I'm crazy, but again, I do regret buying the Apple Watch Ultra. It's not a great product, don't take me wrong, it's a really, really good product. But I think, in my opinion, it was not worth it for me. The next Apple product I regret buying, it was actually one of the most recent ones, the iPhone 16e. Yes, I've been doubting about this device since I bought it. I've done several reviews and videos and in the live videos, but every time that I use it more, I think it's too expensive for what it is. It does not have 120 Hz, something that in my reviews I've told you that I don't really care, and that's still true. But the thing that made me think that this device is not worth it is the camera system. Because every time that I go out and I use my iPhone 16 Pro Max, I don't really care if it's the 16 Pro Max, the 15 Pro Max, the 13 Pro Max, 12 Pro Max, or even some like the iPhone 14, 15, 16. Every time that I go out, I see value in having other lenses, having other focal lenses, like the ultra-wide lens, like the 3x telephoto, the 5x telephoto. I see value in that. And so, not having that, being stuck to only one focal length on the iPhone 16e, I think it's very limiting. And I think that paying $800, $700, $150, whatever, for an iPhone that costs us this much but only has one lens, I think it's too expensive. And then, of course, everything else about this phone, it's a compromise. And with a little bit extra, you can buy the iPhone 16, which is a much, much better iPhone. Or with this money, you can still get the iPhone 15 in the refurbished market, or even like in some stores new. So I would say that buying the iPhone 15 would be a better choice than getting the iPhone 16e. Yes, I know. Now we have Apple Intelligence, and the iPhone 16e does have that. And Apple Intelligence has been a mix of feelings for me on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Sometimes it works great, and it's kind of like magic, but other times it's weird. So I would say it's a big gimmick still, so I don't think that the iPhone 16e was worth it, especially with the photos that I've taken out of it. They are not bad, but they are not completely mind-blowing. And for $750, I know you can get much, much better on the Apple lens. Again, getting the iPhone 14 Pro Max will get you an amazing camera system for the same price as the iPhone 16e. Getting you the iPhone 15 Pro, the iPhone 15 Pro Max for an extra $100, $150 will give you an even better experience, an almost iPhone 16 Pro Max-like experience in terms of camera system. So I would say right now, buying the iPhone 16e is not a great idea, and so I regret it. But the iPhone 16e is an iPhone that, in time, I think it will age well. These will get cheaper. These will get much, much cheaper. I believe in 2 years, these will cost around $500, maybe, even less. So I would say that if you love this iPhone's thesis, if you love this iPhone's look, if you think that this is just enough for you, then wait a bit or try to get it used. Because I think that this iPhone will age well, but I think it will be much, much cheaper. And whenever it is, it will be much, much worth it. Again, in 2025, in the last month or two that I've used it, completely regret this purchase. One of the worst $800 that I've spent at Apple. Trust me. And now, a personal pet peeve of mine. Yes, the Apple cases. These ones are stupidly expensive. They cost you like $50. They are made of rubber that gets completely destroyed after 2-3 weeks, and they are too expensive. This is not sponsored, guys. I just want to give you an example. This case is made by SandMarc. SandMarc is a manufacturer that makes leather cases and other accessories, but now, since Apple removed the leather case from their website, they don't make it anymore. They make these leather cases for the iPhone 16 Pro Max, 16 Pro, and you can get them. Check them out. I will leave the link in the description down below. These are simple cases. They are not too expensive, they look good, and they have very premium buttons. But I just want to see the difference between these two cases, guys. Again, this one is made of leather, and this one is made of rubber. This one has more premium materials, it feels heavier, feels that can protect better your iPhone. This one is cheap, feels cheap, and I don't know, it's kind of weird in the hand. This one costs $50, this one costs $50, I think. More or less about the same price. But this one is made of rubber. And these cases, these are annoying, guys. Like, I cannot tell you how many times and how many cases I've destroyed using an iPhone. And These are so expensive, so expensive. Now Apple says that it has MagSafe inside, and so that's why they are so expensive, that's why they're so worth it. But since the beginning, they have been so expensive and so not worth it. Again, guys, these are one of the worst investments you can make for your iPhone whenever you buy it. Don't get any of these rubber cases. They are terrible, terrible. Don't buy them. These are probably the worst Apple products that Apple makes. I don't like them. They are cool and they feel good in the beginning, but after a while, trust me, you will regret your purchase. They will look nasty. They will be completely destroyed and $50 down the drain. And it's one of the things that Apple upsells you whenever they sell your iPhone in the Apple Store, and you pay for it and you completely regret it after 2-3 weeks. So don't buy these Apple cases. They are terrible, terrible, terrible. Don't buy them. Just simply avoid them. And if you can, try to find third-party companies that make cool cases like these ones. Leather cases, very premium cases. You don't need to find SandMarc. I just simply love their cases. They have sent me once, and I think they are pretty good. I will leave the link in the description down below. No affiliate links, nothing. It's simply just a good product that I recommend. Other than that, you have other cases. A caseless iPhone is also good. Try to find cheap cases. Don't waste your money on expensive cases. But again, don't buy Apple cases. They are terrible and they are completely overpriced. But let me know in the comments below which Apple products from this list you don't like and you regret buying in your life. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Thank you guys for watching. Drop a like down below. Subscribe to the channel. Bye-bye.